Hey everyone, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Now, I got an interesting question the other day. It asked, Dr. Sam, I'm curious to know why people in Italy are so skinny even though they eat lots of carbohydrates, fats, and creams, and foods like pasta, bread, pizza, cheese, wine, and so forth. Is it their genetics, hormones, or something else? I really wish I could eat pizza, pasta, and bread all day long. So what's the secret? Well, since I'm part French and Italian and have also lived in Italy, I can give you some insight about this. First of all, people in Italy are not quote unquote so skinny. There are plenty of overweight people there, and that could simply be because of the modern society we all live in, and also so much of the Western world and the lifestyles now have been adopted by almost all countries, including Italy. However, I do know what you mean, and that you're trying to say here is basically, how can people in Italy, right, eat all these yummy foods and yet look healthy, right? Look lean or not fat, or basically not be super overweight and so forth. And with everything, there's never one specific answer. However, allow me to share some things about the Italian culture and food. First, the type of foods people eat in Italy are way different than in the US. For example, the pizza in Italy is different, right? It has thinner crust, less cheese, less meat, more vegetables, herbs and so forth. Thus, it has also less calories. However, in the US, right, the pizza crust is super high in calories with a ton of cheese crammed into every inch of the pizza, topped with lots of horrible meats like sausages and pepperoni and so forth. Now, obviously, it tastes great, but the calorie content and the type of ingredients is obviously very different. So continuing on with our pizza example, since it is my favorite food. In the US, we use horrible milk that's loaded with what's known as casein type 1, while in Italy and other parts of the world like France, they have casein type 2 milk. So what's the difference? Well, the milk in America, the casein type 1, causes stomach problems, gas, bloat, and thus a lot of inflammation. And inflammation causes fat gain and negative changes in your hormones. It increases cortisol levels, your stress hormone, which again puts fat around the belly. In fact, years ago, I used to think it was the lactose in the milk that was the problem, right? The milk sugar. However, I could have goat's milk and I'd be fine. That's made of casein type 2, not 1. That's why I didn't have any problems. And the same with the smaller, less milk producing cows in other countries. They are type 2 casein, while in the US, it's the bad form, the type 1 casein. The US cows are also fed harmful, corn and soy and other junk. That's not natural. They're also given lots of antibiotics, and thus all of this leads to an inferior, harmful milk that shouldn't be eaten, right? And then that goes into the cheese. That dairy is also high in omega-6, the dairy that we have in the U.S., which causes even more inflammation. While the type 2 and grass-fed cows have more CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, a fat that reduces inflammation, cancer also, and also helps burn fat. And this is just one example of how the foods in Italy are different than the US, and thus how your body reacts differently. Thus, different foods produce different hormones in the body, either fat burning or fat producing hormones. Like I've said in the past, it's all about hormones. Let's continue on. Italians, they also eat, 3 main meals. And they take their time to eat, right? They eat slowly, they enjoy their food, and they do so with friends and family. This produces positive hormones. While in America, we are eating on the run, right? We try to eat as much food in as little time as possible, and many of us do so while watching TV. All of this causes you to eat much more food and thus more calories. Also in Italy, people walk a lot more, especially after a meal. And I've seen in my previous videos, simply taking a 10 to 15 minute walk after each meal will do wonders for weight loss because it helps improve your blood sugar levels and also reduces stress hormones, cortisol, right? Again, optimal hormonal balance equals better fat loss because the foods get digested and absorbed better. They're used for energy, fuel, and repair rather than fat storage. Also, Italian foods and the preparation of the foods also have much fewer lectins, which again causes inflammation and hormonal imbalances. You don't want lectins. You want to avoid lectin-containing foods, which is in the majority of the U.S. diet. Italians have more olive oil and healthy fats, rather than the bad soybean and corn oil that's found in U.S. that's high in omega-6 fats, which again causes inflammation and hormonal imbalances, leading to fat storage rather than fat burning. Italians also have lots of fresh vegetables and fruits with their meals. It's natural and full of healthy polyphenols and vitamins and minerals. Thus, their food contains more nutrients, not just high in calories. At the end of the day, it's not even about the foods they eat, but more so about the foods they do not eat or drink, right? They aren't drinking soda or high fructose corn syrup and other high calorie drinks. It's mainly water, coffee, tea, and some wine and beer. They don't have huge portion sizes like we do in the US. It's much smaller, probably half the size or maybe even 1/4 the size. Foods in Italy also have far less preservatives, toxins, and so forth, all of which again improves hormones and gut health. In fact, their government regulations surprisingly are stricter than what we have in the US. In fact, many countries are, especially in Europe. So what does this mean for you? At the end of the day, you can also eat lots of yummy foods, right? If you just don't overeat. So you should watch your portion sizes and eat slowly so you get full faster. Walk after your meals. All you need is about 10 or 15 minutes. Eat more naturally prepared foods, right? Organic foods, lots of fresh vegetables and fruits, and healthy, naturally occurring fats like olive oil and avocados. Avoid eating the bad, man-made, prepackaged foods, which I think we all know is not good for us, even though they taste great. And also don't drink your calories. This is a big one for most people. It's just empty calories. The bottom line is that it's all about optimizing your fat-burning hormones. By doing so, you can improve your genetics the way a skinny person is, all right? Now, below this video in the description area, I have two very important links for you. One reveals a proven formula for optimizing your fat-burning hormones. You can use that and get great results. The second video goes to another YouTube video series revealing the top 10 weight loss myths. So go ahead while it's fresh on your mind, scroll down below this video and take a look at both those important links. Thanks for listening and have a happy and healthy day.